Hey, how's it going? Hope y'all are doing good. Welcome back, man. We're just going to be doing a timeless reading. Let's see. I don't think there's really much to update. I didn't even get any downloads or anything, come to think about it. There's not anything in particular coming through. So we're just going to go ahead and tap in with the cards today and see what comes out. Yeah, if you want to book a personal reading, man, everything's in the description. I'll never contact you in any way, shape, or form to book a reading. The only way to book a reading is to send me an email or DM me on Instagram. If you want to hear my song, The Magician, that is also in the description. Thank you to everybody that has supported me so far, not only just on the channel, but with the music and all the love you guys do show me. I really do appreciate that, man. Let's see, what else? Pretty sure that's it. Let's just go ahead and take a deep breath, say a prayer, and hop into the reading. All right, pray to God, Spirit, my guides, my angels, my ancestors, help myself, the collective, and anybody watching to see the clearest messages for the highest good of all involved in our love and relationships. Let's just tap in. Let's see what comes out. I don't think there's really too much astrologically going on. I mean, I'm sure there always is something astrologically going on, but I don't really keep up with it like that. Let's see. We're using the Mystical Cats Tarot. Y'all seem to enjoy this deck. I enjoy this deck. So bottom of the deck we have the Floating Cat. This is exactly what came out in the short video. That was the bottom of the deck card. It's probably going to be a continuation of that message. We have Sky Tom, which is Knight of Swords. We have the Seven of Swords reversed, which I do like. That is not bad. Seven of Wands reversed. We have the Wheel of Fortune. We have the Eight of Pentacles reversed. We have the Nine of Wands reversed. We have the Queen of Wands reversed. Two of Swords. Back to the Knight. Right, again, I really just feel like this is a continuation of what we were talking about in the short video. And in the short video, it had a lot to do with somebody needing to gain perspective on a situation before moving forward, right? Going into the Hangman state, Hangman state is very similar to the Hermit to me, except the Hangman state I feel is more, I don't want to say that it's not voluntary, but it's necessary. Going into hermit mode, I feel like, is a voluntary choice. That's when you go into hermit mode, that's something you decide that you want to go into hermit mode because everything's overwhelming, or you just need to take some time to yourself to reflect. When I see the Hangman, especially as the bottom of the deck energy, this is the energy of somebody who just needs, who is gaining perspective, not against their will, but it's like, I feel like there's a lot of different things coming in. That's why I feel like we're seeing the Sky Kitten here, or the Knight of Swords. There's a lot of different energies that are coming through in terms of changes in perspective, looking at a situation differently, taking things slow in the sense of like, it's kind of what I see here. We have the two sevens reverse, and excuse me, the Seven of Wands in the upright often indicates like arguments, butting of heads, competition. I don't see any of that in this situation. If you're in a new situation, or this is somebody you're currently dealing with, I feel like this is one of those things where I feel like somebody here is very defensive, and I don't necessarily feel like it's for the right reasons. I feel like it has a lot to do with what somebody's been through in the past. So if this is you going through this, my best recommendation to you is to kind of take the time to let this energy pass, right? Don't be afraid to take your time before making a decision. Don't just jump headfirst into something because it looks good on paper, right? Take time to get to know somebody, just because it doesn't really feel like it's something where this is like a deal breaker. I feel like there are just some walls up. There might be some boundaries up in this situation where you might not be able to get the full picture until you take time to get to know this person, right? That's kind of what I'm seeing. I'm seeing a lack of movement. The reason I'm seeing that is I just feel like somebody here is just, I don't know, it just feels like somebody here is kind of in their shadow element. So this, I don't know, I'm kind of like seeing this situation. Maybe you turned away from somebody completely is also what I'm seeing. I feel like maybe you're turning away from a group of people is kind of what it feels like with the Nine of Wands reversed. I know technically Nine of Wands can represent like the wounded warrior or wanting to put in the work into something. I feel like you're deciding to not do that anymore. I don't know exactly what type of situation it is you're dealing with, but it feels like something where I feel like you've just turned your back on something completely. This, again, very similar to what we were getting like a couple of readings ago with turning your back on a group of people. I feel like this is somebody just walking away from something. And this could also just be walking away from your own internal shadow behaviors and shadow elements, integrating them, not necessarily walking away from them, but recognizing them, taking time to reflect, and understand that, like, were you not to take this time, had you not have gone through this period of needing to take time to reflect on these things, you would have ended up repeating these, right? You would have ended up in another situation that would have been deceptive with lots of competition. But it looks like because you listened to your intuition, because you trusted yourself, you chose to kind of just step away from whatever it was that was causing you to feel like you couldn't make a decision. It's kind of what it also feels like. It feels like somebody may have put you in a situation where you were unable to make a decision without closure. And I feel like without waiting for closure, you decided to make that decision within yourself, right? I know that's something I've experienced personally, where so if I don't get closure in a situation, I can just basically make a decision on my own, find closure within myself. I think it's a really good thing to practice within your relationships, because especially if you're dating and you're getting to know different people, you're not always going to get the closure you need. And so situations like these are a really good opportunity for you to get in touch with yourself and kind of just trust that it's like the wheel's going to turn regardless, whether or not you are ready for it to turn. So to say that, like, you can't slow something down, but you also can't speed it up, and everything is going to move in its own time, right? So if you're not seeing the movement you want in a situation, or you feel like things are a little confusing, this is the time for you to really just let things happen as they do. Play your part when you have to, for sure. Like, do what you need to do, participate in whatever you need to participate in, but let things kind of run their course naturally. Let things happen naturally, right? Let's go ahead and pull some more cards here, and then we'll move into a new deck. Yeah, we got Six of Cups that just came out. Take these two. So we do have Three of Swords at the bottom of the deck. Then we have, we got Seven of Pentacles, Eight of Cups, and Six of Cups. Again, I feel like this is you or somebody. Well, we have Tower at the bottom of the card. Tower reversed, so it almost feels like somebody is resisting letting go of something. It feels like very resistant. It feels like somebody doesn't want to let go of you, is more what I'm picking up on here. It just feels like somebody is just completely resisting the Tower. It's like looks like things have already come to an end, because I feel like this person was playing games, whether that's with your heart or with your mind, whatever kind of manipulative tactics they were doing. I feel like you've kind of seen through that, and I feel like that's kind of why you're choosing to walk away, right? The Eight of Cups, I feel like you're choosing to go in your own direction. You're not sitting here waiting for somebody to act right. You're not waiting for things to change. You're making the changes within yourself necessary. And by way of you doing that, I feel like this is keeping somebody stuck. I feel like somebody who was trying to keep you stuck is now feeling stuck. Like if they were trying to keep you stuck on them and whatever it was they were doing, I feel like now they're in that position of being stuck on you, or being just stuck in general, unable to heal from this heartbreak, because there needs to be things, there's things that need to be faced within oneself. And if you or this person decides not to face those things, it's going to end up repeating, right? I'm seeing this as a repeating cycle. Six of Cups can represent, past energies, past life relationships and stuff like that. I feel like these are past cycles that we're seeing coming up. And keep in mind, like, even though we do enter new cycles into our relationships, we enter these new karmic cycles, we do often also repeat lessons. Not that there are things we haven't learned, but there's always layers to it. I always see it as like a spiral. And as you spiral up on like a particular lesson, there's always going to be levels and levels to what it is you're learning. And that's kind of what I'm seeing. I feel like there's levels to what you're learning right now. And so you may have healed from something, walked away from something, and now you're being triggered in different ways to face different aspects of things that you may not have known that needed to be healed, right? I don't necessarily see healing as like a one and done thing, or something where there's like a progress bar and you get to the end and you get the achievement and you've healed it and then it's one and done. I feel like it's something where you continue to heal. It's a generational thing. It's an ancestral thing. It's something where I feel like these energies are passed down from generation to generation until somebody decides to make a decision to heal that. And so if this isn't a family dynamic, this can be you essentially, if you're continuing to see things happen in your family, this is your opportunity to do things differently, right? If you're continuing to see things happen the same way in your relationships, this is your opportunity to show up differently in the relationship in order to break the cycle. And this doesn't always have to do with ancestral. This can just be with something within your own individual karmic experience, in which you need to essentially step into your power in a different way that is going to allow you to heal things within yourself. And by doing that, that's going to transform the relationships around you. Like, I know for me personally, I've been cleaning house. Like, I'm going to be honest, I've been cleaning house in so many different areas of my life, because I'm stepping into a place in my life now where I need to make sure that the people around me aren't going to hold me back, aren't going to try to bring me down, all that kind of stuff. And that's the energy that I feel like is coming through. Like, keep in mind, like, when I do these readings, and because we are all connected, a lot of the times it's going to be a mixture of all of our energies into these, right? Especially because I'm the one doing the reading. So that's why I say if it doesn't resonate, don't force it, because it is a general reading, and it is also a reflection of myself and the people around me, and you and the people around you. So there may be little parts of these readings that do resonate, but if the whole thing doesn't resonate and you have no intuitive sparks on anything that I'm talking about, this may not be for you at this time, and it may be for you at a different time, right? But let's go ahead and move on to another deck. We're going to use the Hieronymus Bosch, because you guys know I love the Hieronymus Bosch deck, and I know y'all like the Hieronymus Bosch deck. Oh, at least I think you guys like the Hieronymus Bosch deck. I don't know. Also, excuse me, I'm a little tired today. I don't know if y'all can tell. I'm just a little bit tired. I've been sleeping good, you know what I mean? But I'm just tired. I've been tired. There's just been so much going on, just in my own life personally. And it's not anything really bad or anything. It's just a lot of stuff trying to keep up with, right? And so I'm just feeling a little bit tired today. So let's just go and hop in. Hieronymus Bosch. They already came out. Bottom of the deck, we have the Prince of Swords. This is the same card we just got in the other deck. Victory against overwhelming odds. Braveness and experience. I'm picking up on this energy where I feel like somebody wants to try to work things out with you. It's like I feel like somebody wants to try to have a heart-to-heart or something like that. See, we have Baron of Berries. It says ambition at any cost, Baron of Berries. Ambition at any cost, desire broken promises. We have King of Birds. Purification, work, unending activity. We've got this one before. We have Prince of Vessels. Religious or spiritual figure, charity and kindness. Page of Skates, disappointment, failed attempt, and struggle. Back to the Baron of Berries, right? So that's what I feel like. Whatever it was that wasn't working out in your life, I feel like that's being cleared away, right? Whatever, I just feel like there was something here where, even if it wasn't outwardly spoken, I feel like there was like an unspoken agreement between you and another person. And I don't really feel like there was any conversation about that. I feel like this is something that didn't get the opportunity to even get off the ground. It's kind of what I'm picking up on. I feel like this is something that just fell through immediately, right? I feel like if that is something that happened, and this is a situation you're in now, this is the opportunity for you to essentially heal from this. I feel like this is just a really big healing energy. Like, keep in mind, we are at the end of the astrological season coming into Aries season. This is the very tail end of Pisces season. Saturn is also in Pisces, which is in the tail end of its, I think it's like a 32 year cycle or something like that, where it's, I mean, that makes sense. No. Yeah, about a 30-year cycle, right? 2 times 12 is 24. Then you want to do another 6, so 30 years. So, well, yeah, I guess it's 2.5 years technically. Yeah, so it's about 30-year cycle of Saturn going from, you know, Aries all the way back to Pisces. And now, within these next 2.5 years, I do feel like we're entering this very transformative phase where it's like it's the tail end of an era, right? It's like an era coming to a close. But at the same time, it's like a lot of you may be starting your Saturn returns. I just came out of my Saturn return. And so I'm feeling a lot more stable because of that. I feel like I'm able to actually speak about my experiences in a way that makes sense. And I kind of feel like this is that energy that's coming through. I feel like this is you essentially using this. Yeah. So I feel like this is essentially you using this to help other people. Whatever it is you've been through, I do feel like it's to allow you to not only heal yourself and your lineage, but to help others heal as well. Because I keep in mind, it's like, since we're all connected and energy is fluid, when you resonate with readings like this, there are likely people around you that resonate with this as well. In your immediate friend group, in your family, even just in like coworker settings. I'm not saying to like go out of your way to try to fix people and their problems, but I do feel like if you have the opportunity, Spirit is just here to remind you that what you have been through can and will help other people should you decide to use it as such, right? I am going to go ahead and we'll do one more pull, and then I'm going to close the reading. I just actually split the deck and I saw the Lovers here at the bottom of the deck, so this could very well be your opportunity to start something new in a relationship. We didn't necessarily get any new energy coming in, We did get the Six of Cups, so this could be something from the past that never had a chance to get off the ground. This could just be something coming back around to help you heal. This could be somebody who essentially wants to grow with you. It's going to depend on your situation. Let's go ahead and pull some cards on that. We did get the Lovers. I'd like to know exactly what it is we have here with the Lovers. I feel like it's this message coming through where it's like everything that's fallen away in your life has fallen away for a reason. You know, every relationship that didn't work out is leading you to the next person that may be your person or may not be your person. I do feel like I think a lot about that, like when you call somebody your person, right? And when I think of calling somebody my person, I feel it's something that I'm involved in the moment. I don't feel like it's just this is my person for life. You can have a life partner, but I see it more as like every soulmate connection is a way to help you grow and to help you heal on both ends, right? And it's one of those things where I feel like you're having that opportunity now with somebody. It's this energy, it's like somebody from your past, but it's new. It's like there's this renewal of a past connection, whether or not you actually know this person very well. That's kind of what I'm picking up on, right? So let's go ahead and let's just clarify. We got the Lovers. I want to see what's going on here with the Lovers card. All right, we have Sin of Lust. It says sex, passion, extravagance, and excess. Page of Books. Reading, learning, exploration, a new job. Page of Swords. We get these cards quite a bit, actually. Eagerness, enthusiasm, future potential. Ace of Birds. We did get an ace. Family, multitasking, and togetherness. The Flower Pusher, which is justice. Force, justice, and strength. Back to the Sin of Lust and the Lovers. Okay, so this just feels like it's something where I don't feel like you were looking for this. I don't feel like this is something you were really putting your focus or energy into. I feel like you've just been here focusing on yourself, focusing on your new jobs, focusing on your new passions, focusing on creating new cycles within your life, and really just not being afraid to speak your truth, right? And I feel like because you've stood in that power, that's what's allowing these things to come in. It's like you're now in resonance with people who are on that same path as you, or on that same wavelength. If you do meet somebody that is growing and you continue to grow together, that is what I feel like leads to long-term relationships. If you come into contact with somebody and you're at a particular wavelength and this person is there too, and then you continue to grow and they either don't grow or they go, you know, they just go further down on the spectrum, then you essentially are going to fall out of resonance with this person, and you're going to end up falling into resonance with somebody who is essentially in this vibrational resonance, right? And I feel like this can start out as a very passionate and lustful connection, right? We do have Sin of Lust, but the thing about the Sin of Lust is like the whole message of this card is like these two people don't notice the other people around them. They're so focused on themselves and each other that they don't notice these people trying to, you know, they're not paying attention to any of this outside noise. They're just focused on themselves. They're focused on being, like, getting to know each other, loving each other, treating each other well, and not worrying about all these outside influences. And that's kind of what I feel like you're coming into. That's what I feel like is the justice coming into your life, is this kind of loving relationship. You're coming into resonance with somebody who genuinely cares about you and wants to support you. And really, it feels like a very protective energy. I feel like this is somebody who believes in you, believes in your passions, believes in you as a person, and wants to protect you in whatever way they can, right? I think that's a beautiful place to leave the tarot. I think this has been a very insightful reading. I am going to take it over to Patreon and do an extended. If you do want to see my Patreon, it is in the description. $8 a month, and you will get access to, I do 3 extra videos a week. I do extendeds after these, and you'll basically get access to all of those videos. Currently have about 3 videos out since I just started it like a week ago. I actually brought this with me today. I was running out of space in my bag, so I usually leave a couple decks at home. But I stuffed this into my bag and I wanted to make it fit because I haven't used this in a while. I mean, this is the newest deck we got, aside from before the Harona Mizbosh. This is no. It was Harona Mizbosh, Sorcerer's Tarot, and then this deck. So this is the 3rd newest deck. We got this a while ago. I used it a little bit back when I was still doing the zodiac signs, but I just stopped using it because I was changing the way I was doing readings and stuff. So let's go ahead and hop into this deck as a closing message before we run over to Patreon to close. Okay. I forgot I have to. I'm getting better at shuffling these cards. I remember because they're really big, so it's like they're hard to shuffle. Yeah, there we go. Let's see. All right, Spirit, any closing message you have here for us today? All right, we got a few cards. Bottom of the deck, we have Beauty, card number 4. It says, I have a form which is divine. I allow what is within to shine, right? So I feel like this is somebody here seeing your inner and outer beauty, right? I feel like this is somebody seeing your worth. This is a person who actually appreciates who you are and what you do. That's kind of the energy I feel here. It's a very healthy energy that I'm picking up on. Opposed to the energies we've been picking up for the past few weeks, I feel like whatever it is this is coming into your life, if it's not already here, this feels like a very healthy, supportive connection and something that you've been trying to manifest for a while. And I feel like this is something that's finally coming in. If it's not fully formed, it's because it's taking time to evolve, right? The biggest manifestations take time. This isn't something you can just expect to happen overnight. It's going to take continued investment into this relationship, right? Exactly. We have the card of abundance. It says, Goddess of abundance, divine, let me thrive, let fortune be mine. So I feel like not only are you getting this new opportunity in love, but you're going to be getting a lot of financial and material abundance if that is something you are trying to manifest, because you're clearing out all these energies. Once you clear out a lot of old stagnant energies and you remove people from your life and you do all these kind of things you feel like you need to do, that is what's going to allow this stuff to come in. I'm speaking from experience. The minute, I'm telling you, as soon as you make the decision and you take the action that is necessary, it creates space for new things to come in. That's part of the manifestation process, is creating space to allow things to come in. If you're not making the space for these things to be in your life, they're not going to be there because you're still entertaining energies that are in conflict with who you are as a person, right? Okay, next card we have sensuality. Yep. So your freedom flowing from far away. I dance, I love, I laugh, I play. I think that's the last card. And then we got prosperity. Really great cards, actually. As the tree grows so strong, so fine, so may it prosper from the universal divine. Like I said, I feel like the universe is just blessing you right now, man. I feel like you're getting major blessings. Wait a minute. Okay, we have card 2, 3, and 4, and 21. I just think it's funny. It's like I feel like you're kind of on the right track here, right? Trying to get this card out so I can close it. So this is what I'm seeing. You know, I feel like because you're deciding to clear out the stagnant energies, and because you've walked away from all these old friend groups, you've set boundaries with your family, you've set boundaries with the people in your life, you're making space for new stuff to come in if you haven't already experienced that, right? That's really, really beautiful, man. This is probably one of the most beautiful readings we have done in a few weeks. They have been very heavy, very difficult readings that we've been doing, and I just want to say I'm very proud of you for continuing to focus on yourself and not giving up and keeping the faith even when it gets hard, because I know it can get hard, but if you ask the divine will restore your faith, but you have to ask, right? So you don't have to ask, it's still going to happen, but like if you specifically set the intention to ask the divine, hey, can you please restore my faith in love or, you know, career or whatever it is you need, ask and it will be given, right? So long as you keep your intentions pure, Spirit is letting you know, ask for the help you need. Don't be afraid to take these opportunities, right? Because you can't sabotage them. Remember, these things can come into your life, but they are going to take maintenance. And that's why you got to go through the things you go through, because you won't be able to maintain them from a place of being the old you. Stepping into that power and being your new self, essentially stepping into a new type of you and growing and maintaining that energy, continuing to stay in that vibration, that's what's going to allow you to be able to maintain these manifestations, right? But that said, I'm going to leave it there. We're going to hop over to Patreon and see what else comes out. But that said, man, I love you. If you want to book a personal reading, everything is in the description. I will never contact you in any way, shape, or form for a reading. The only way to book a reading is to send me an email or DM me on Instagram. If you want to hear my song, The Magician, that is also in the description. My Patreon is also in the description. Also, thank you for the donations. I do very much I very much appreciate that. For the likes, subscribes, and the comments and all the stuff, I do enjoy interacting with you guys, and I really do appreciate you, man. But I'm gonna head out and I'll see you in the next reading. Bye.